I tapped into is always there. Whatever you felt, if that end at that moment you felt it, that is always there. Do not wait for somebody else to tap into it for you and help you. You have the capability all day, every moment to tap into the truth that lives inside of you. And you know that now you can help other people, not just to make money, but to truly serve humanity and make a difference in your own unique way. That is why you are here. Stop trying to find yourself. Instead, reveal yourself. Open your heart and reveal the true you that lives inside of you. Do you agree, yes or no? These are a really nice example, actually. This guy here, again, these are all our clients I've helped. This is Mark Bryant. Mark was given 6 months to live. This photograph was taken 4 years ago today, on this day. 4 years ago, he was told that he had a diagnosis of cancer. And he went on a treatment for that. But what he also did was, he cleverly went to the United States, went to a place called Hippocrates and learned to heal himself from the inside out with what he consumed and his thoughts and his meditation. As a result of that, this is what he learned. As a result of that, he created a program for others. This is Mark today, 4 years later. As you can see, he's very healthy. He doesn't have a trace of cancer left in his body whatsoever. He won awards with my Speakers Academy, a special award last year, which I was very, very grateful to give him. I give out 26 different business awards every year. Here he is running events now called the Energize Academy. He's had a complete change of career, and my God, is he happy. Because he's finally realised what he was here for. Does that make sense? Yeah. So what shit have you been through that can be turned into gold? You can also be an alchemist too. Turn your shit into gold. Could that be a good thing to do? What do you think? Yes. Who has loads of shit? Who's had loads of shit? Please raise your hands. Well, that's a load of gold. Right there. But you have to learn to serve others with it, and that's what makes it gold. This is Cheryl. Cheryl's an alcoholic, she told me before she met me. That's her unique branded solution to help people to find their why, because she didn't know what hers was. That's her with her best-selling book. This is her speaking alongside Brian Tracy. This is Sue Patel, being undervalued in the HR department. That's now her framework that was living inside of her the entire time. Now she's a consultant, now she's a trainer, now she's a coach. That's her. Wow, I'm so grateful for the amazing opportunity to speak to 3 other guests. I did a keynote speech about my book, Putting the Human Back into HR, at the first HR Convention Expo in the Maldives. Certain experience in life as a speaker, all expenses were paid, plus accommodation and food, and now a 3-day holiday at a beautiful resort. I feel so blessed. Who wants a free holiday? Please raise your hands. Who wants a paid holiday? Come on, raise your hands. That's what I do. This is Jalal. Jalal's a network marketer, so he distributes a product. It's all about getting a bigger downline, obviously, with a good product in network marketing. But most people try to do it one-to-one. They tire out their networks with friends and family, and then become horrible, and nobody wants to pick up the phone and talk to them anymore. So rather than be the annoying person at a barbecue, Jalal now has a business and a bottle workshop, and he's made $4 million in the last 2 years, just utilising this little tiny model. Not big events, just 20 or 30 people at a time, building his downline, and it's working for him. This is Ross McKenzie into leadership, so we helped him build this unique branding solution. Can you see that how this is a solution, a framework that actually makes him an authority? Yes or no, guys? Yes. Raise your hand, understand. How would you feel if you had one of these that crystallised what your thoughts were, what your ideas were, what you stand for, how you help people? It gives you a visible, tangible way to demonstrate what you do. Then you build a story around it, you build content around it, and a pitch around it, and you're going to win 10 to 20 times more business than you currently are, whether you're in business or not even in business yet. Does that make sense? Raise your hand, understand. This is Dee. She likes LinkedIn, so she teaches LinkedIn. That's her friend. Again, not big events, as you can see, but profitable and works. This is Salak Jiao. Salak obviously finished his career playing for Liverpool. We helped him to build this foundational framework, which he teaches kids in Africa to turn them into leaders. This is David McConaughey, fitness instructor from Scotland, used to charge 30 quid an hour, now he's £3,000. And he's made $1 million just off the back of creating that and building his assets that go around it, his events, and his services that he created off the back of that. This is Spencer, and he's right in the room over there. Do you know this Spencer? He's amazing guy. Spencer there, of the many things he definitely teaches really well sales. So that's the framework he created around sales. and that helps him to get more clients. He's out with content all the time on social media. He lives in Dubai because he can live wherever he likes, even though he's from here in the UK. So he lives in Dubai, has the lifestyle, has podcasts, has videos going out all the time. He just interviewed some very successful people. All that does is bring more and more clients to his door, knocking on saying, how can you help us to implement your ideas? I've seen your stuff, it's really good. While you'll sit there waiting for the clients to come to you. Or you go knocking on their doors with your cap in your hand, hoping they'll buy from you. Does that make sense? Raise your hand. Stop doing that. Start creating something that pulls people to you. Does that make sense? Pull to you, pull to you. Don't push it on them. It makes no sense. There he is, speaking in Dubai. Look at that. Amazing event. That was him speaking alongside Lisa Nichols. Who knows Lisa Nichols from the United States? Very popular American speaker. So he's got that on his CV as well. This is Fiona. She teaches or helps people that have software as a service. That's her framework. And this is Danny and Tamara, who helped with him through the whole stage of pregnancy. And it's a beautiful model. She's attracted celebrity clients now. Harry Kane's wife gave birth using their system fairly recently. And this is amazing. How would you feel if you had one of these? Come on.
Great.
Would you feel good? Yes or no, guys? Would it give you confidence? Do you think you might translate that confidence to your clients? One of those, presentation that goes around it, which we're going to call your signature talk. A talk you deliver in a webinar, on a video, on a stage somewhere, big audience, small audience, corporate audience, general public audience. Demonstrate. Don't just try to get people to buy from you, give them something. Serve, like I'm serving you now, yes or no, guys? The words we want to use is the following. Serve, and then sell. Not the other way around. It's not sell, then I'll serve you. It's serve you, then I sell you. Does that make sense? It is not ask and you shall receive, it is give and you shall receive. And the giving is the giving of valuable content based around your modular framework that distills how you help clients to get a result. Does that make sense? Raise your hand. And if currently right now, you're an employee right now, then do what Sue Patel did. Extract yourself from the box called an employee, take the knowledge and know-how you've already got, and sell that knowledge to all the other clients that are currently competing with the employee you work for. Raise your hand if you understand this. Take yourself out of the box. All this intellectual property that your employer is leveraging, create a framework that goes around that, and teach how you do what you do really well to all these other clients. Does that make sense? Raise your hand if you follow. Much, much better, more intelligent way of you going and leveraging your knowledge. This is James Dewan. James was an electrician. When James first met me, he was £180,000 in debt. There we are, he's met me in this very room. Look at the carpet, it's exactly the same. Look. In this room, one of my events there. And as a result of him coming to my courses, he created what's called the Sparks Blueprint. You've just seen that model right there. That is the Sparks Blueprint. Off the back of that, he wrote the book. It became an Amazon bestseller. He then created a membership site where he taught people. It's £67 a month to be a member. He now makes £19,000 a month just from that alone. He runs an event once a quarter, makes about £50,000 to £70,000, upselling people, the members, to higher level mastermind and mentoring with him. And now he speaks at big events, even in this room as well. And he's now being invited to speak at electricians' conferences and doing really well. And he is super happy because he's now not £180,000 debt. And obviously he has lots more time to enjoy his life and do the things he wants to do, rather than falling around in people's lots doing wiring. Does that make sense? Because here's what he does now. All of that model is based on teaching electricians how to run a better electrical business. Not the wiring, they know how to do that already. Does that make sense? But how to do the business. I did it with my dentist. My dentist, Manish, 2 dental practices. I said, Manish, why don't you teach how to run a dental practice to people who are shit at it? Because are there dentists who are good at doing teeth but don't know the business bit? Yes or no, guys? Yes. So he does that, and he goes to India once, actually about 3 or 4 times a year now, and teaches the business of dentistry, how to run a dental practice, as in, how do you get customers, how do you keep customers, how do you serve them, all that kind of stuff. And he does all of that, and guess what? He's like made over £1 million this last year just doing that alone. Rather than having to open another practice, does that make sense? To make money. Wow. Raise your hand. So what knowledge are you sitting on that's in your head? Are you sitting on millions and millions of knowledge and know-how that you're not sharing? Somebody in the world right now is willing to pay a lot of money to know what you know and how to do what you can do. So why sit on it? Part 2 then, how to design, develop and deliver stories that build trust, deepen rapport and sell without being salesy. You up for this? Ready, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. It's called the Tri-Summit Storytelling System. We teach this at my Speakers University program. Now, there are 15 different beat chains in every story, but I'm going to give you just 3. Here's what every story has at its foundation. You have to know this. Because you need a story. You have to have a story, and it's your story of why you're doing what you're doing and what you do. Does that make sense? Raise your hand if you understand, please. Here's the 3 Tri-Summit series in its entirety. Write it down or take a photo. Number 1. In Act 1, you must establish what's called the problem. If you don't establish a problem in Act 1, your whole thing's going to fail. Act 2 is the journey that you went on to solve it. Act 3 is called the transformation. The problem, the journey, the transformation. Whether your story is Shawshank Redemption, Pretty Woman, Dirty Dancing, Lion King, I'm here to tell you it follows exactly that same strategy. Guaranteed 100%. So this now helps you try to find your story. Now you might ask, Andy, what problem I'd like to start with? Good question. What problem do you choose to start with? It is the problem that your target market would most identify with. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Raise your hand if you understand that. You build a story around that. Now, if you didn't have the exact problem your clients have, guess what you do? You create a client story, not a you story, a client story, where the problem is your client's problem. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And it's their journey and it's their transformation, and you play the role of not a hero, but you play the role of sage, the coach, the guide, the helper. Does that make sense? Raise your hand if you understand. And actually, it's best if you've got both stories, a you story and a client story as well. Nothing will sell better for you than having stories. Now, the easiest way for me to teach you this now in this limited time I've got is to give you an example. So we're going to do exactly that. Before we do that, let me give you a tiny bit of structure around not the story composition, but now story delivery. You have to understand how to deliver a story. Most people don't know, and they screw it up and mess it up. Here's what's important, 4 things. Number 1, you must build your story around scenes. You must build your story around scenes. If you don't build scenes, the audience can't follow. The audience have to feel like they're actually in the scene. Otherwise, they're dissociated, not associated. Secondly, you have to build suspense. How is suspense built? It's called unknowns. Your story has to raise questions in the minds of the listener. If your story is predictable and plods along and they understand who did it, if it's a whodunit, not a very interesting story anymore. Does that make sense? Raise it if you understand. Third thing, you've got to build the characters. You have to have stars. There has to be characters in it. And the other thing that has to happen is the characters have to speak. Meaning, there has to be dialogue. There has to be a conversation between characters. It's why I did not narrate the story of the phone call. It's why I did the phone call. Does that make sense? Raise your hand if you understand. I could have stood over there and told you what happened in the past, but I didn't. I did it in present tense. And I made you part of the audience, because at one part of the story, I went, what should I do? As if it's happening. As if it's happening now. That's what the story is. If you just do it past tense narration, you're going to bore the audience over time. That's not easy to do, but it's worth doing. Okay, so because I'm short of time, and because I'm going to show you a small clip of somebody doing this kind of work. Her name is Yasmin. She's a wheelchair user, and this video is shot in this room. For the point of view of us actually wheeling her up on a big ramp to that stage, right there, on stage at my event. I video recorded it while she did her story. I'm not going to play it all because it's about 10 minutes. I just want to give you a flavour of it now so you see all the techniques that are there.